Hello, everybody. Welcome to a live recording of the More Than the Bag podcast. This is season 3, episode 13, and I'm featuring my girl, Ashley Roberts. Super excited to have her here. We are doing the Women Investing in Real Estate Brunch Meet the Speaker series. So I wanted y'all to be able to meet one of the amazing panelists that is going to be there. This girl is a boss, okay? Long-term investor, short-term investor, author, vending machines, building a basketball empire. Like, this girl is amazing. And I'm so excited to have you on season 3, episode 13, but also as a panelist for the Women Investing in Real Estate Brunch. So real quickly, what is More Than the Bag? Some of you might be like, what is More Than the Bag? That is my podcast where I teach women of all ages how to live full lives. So being able to find that peace, that joy, that abundance that they truly deserve by chasing the right bag. So many people are chasing whatever is hot right now, and you got to make sure you follow your purpose and you chase your bag. So that's what More Than the Bag is all about. The Women Investing in Real Estate Brunch is going to be October 22nd, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And I got my girl Ashley here today. So Ashley, can you please introduce yourself and tell us what you do? Even though I kind of already threw it out there, but hey, go ahead, girl.
Yes. Hey, everybody. My name is Ashley Roberts. You did kind of already introduce me, but yes, I feel like I am a serial entrepreneur. I am involved in basketball. I'm also a real estate investor from a buy and hold and a short-term rental standpoint. I'm an author and I'm a vending machine owner.
Yes, what I told y'all, she is a boss. This girl does not come to play. When she says and she speaks something to existence, it's happening. It's happening. And I love that about you. So what got you into becoming a serial entrepreneur? Let's talk about that.
Well, I would like to say it just started as a young kid. I was selling candy in the 3rd grade, and I think that started my entrepreneurial business. And then I've always wanted to have my own. I've always wanted to do different things. I had a job in high school, obviously, like most people, and bought my own car doing that. So being able to see that I can do these things and get things for myself that my parents don't always have to get. And as I got older, it's just kind of had that entrepreneur bug. So it started with basketball. Then it started with, I want to get into real estate. Like, I want to have generational wealth. So it went to real estate. And then after that, like, just finding different things, like getting in different rooms, reading different books got me on different things. So I want to write a book. Oh, now I want to get a vending machine. And I'm the type of person, I'm not the, oh, you doing too much type. Like, if it's something that I think that I can do and I have the bandwidth, I'm simply going to do it. And I think that's just kind of sparked my thing. And just now it's just like, now it's managing it. And that's kind of what got me going.
Yeah. And we talked about this earlier on Instagram. Like, we're the type of people, y'all, and people that follow me, y'all know this, but Ashley is very similar. Meaning, like, we're doing multiple things and we're not listening to nobody saying you doing too much, or maybe you need to take a break, or you need to do this. Like, we know when we need to shut it down. And we know when we got to grind and we got to go, right? And I love that, like, the grit, the hustle, everything is just absolutely amazing. So doing all these things, being a serial entrepreneur, what brings you joy about being a serial entrepreneur?
I would just say solving people's problems, being the solution to people's problems, whether that's with basketball, whether that's with real estate. And I know we're specifically talking about in real estate. So even when I think about the real estate industry, just being able to provide housing for other people, being able to fix a house up and somebody's booking it for Airbnb and getting the reviews of how they love it and how it's decorated nice and how they, was able to get to have home away from home. So that kind of brings me the joy from like a real estate standpoint. I think each facet of the business brings me a different type of joy.
Okay. And can I ask you, I know we talked about some other stuff, but what can you tell us about, like, your very first long-term investment? Like, how that came about?
Yes. So I'm a big believer that everything happens for a reason and things tie into stuff. I got into real estate from basketball. God knew that was an AAU director. I had been talking about it and I didn't even really know him. I knew of him, but I was just we having a conversation. I talked about real estate and he was like, I'm in real estate. I think he owned like 15 or 18, something like that, properties. So I was like, put me in the game. So, didn't even really know him. And he did. I mean, he kind of mentored me. And I remember my first property. We went, it was off Ball Springs. We went to it. I went in the house and then I walked out of the house because I was just like, this ain't it, because it
Yeah,
was dirty. It was, I mean, I've never been in this. So I was just like, nope. But he had to like teach me, like, this is really what you want. The uglier the better. So but yeah, that's kind of how it started. And literally he kind of walked me through the process because I didn't know anything about real estate. I just knew I wanted to do it. And showing me like, okay, like these are some of the things you look for. And then now we need to get a contract. And it just kind of walked through that whole process. I didn't really have a bad experience on my first one. I will say I did have a hiccup. Like I thought, but we kind of budgeted. So I thought my rehab would be this, and it was like I think like $15,000 more than what I thought it would be. So me, I'm freaking out because I'm like I didn't expect this. Luckily, it was all budgeted in, but I
yeah,
think that was like the first like hiccup. Like my first, like the very first property, it was all exciting to me. Like,
yeah.
oh, it's new floors in. And, oh my God, like that tree is gone. So that was like it was everything was like exciting to me.
I love it. I love it. But you're right. The uglier the house, the better. Like, give me
Mhm.
something that is really torn down, and I'm gonna do something to that thing. So
Yep,
I love
yep.
it. I love that. So, what is a piece of advice that you give to the audience that can help them to be successful and whatever that looks like to you? Because everybody defines success differently.
I would say one, anything that you're trying to do, make sure you get a mentor in that field. So whether that's real estate or whatever it is that you're trying to do, get a mentor, get somebody who's done where you're trying to go. Like I'm very big on that. It's just gonna cut down on some of the lessons that you're gonna learn because nothing's a loss, but it's gonna cut down on some of that and speed it up a little quicker. The other thing I would probably say is get in a room. I'm very big on networking. Like everything that I've done has been because I met this person at an event or this person connected me to this person. It's just, I mean, even with you, like I'll hey, this person and you connect, we got in the room, and it's like, okay, I got you. So being able to get in a room with other people, I think is key. I mean, going for what you want. We talked about it earlier. There's gonna be people that say, oh, you can't do this, or you doing too much, or this and that. Like go after what you want. And if you say you want to do it, make sure you go from ideal to execution.
Absolutely. And speaking of networking, we have a mutual friend, Vanessa. Shout out to Vanessa.
Yes.
And she would, I think, tell both of us, hey, Kerrie, you got to meet Ashley. Ashley, you got to meet Kerrie. And she was the one that connected us, and we've been connected ever since. We were
Yep.
like, I like her. Like, I'm like,
Yep.
I like Ashley. I can dig her.
Yep. Yep.
That's all
100%.
networking.
Yes. Yes. 100%.
And speaking
And
of networking, oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say I would even add to like really like get moving. Like people want to be around people who are doing stuff. So I mean that was an attraction. Like I'm like, man, Kerrie doing this. Like I want to be connected to that. So
Yeah.
making sure that you're doing something.
Yeah. And vice versa. I was like, Ashley, you doing this, that. Girl, let me get on this Zoom call with you. Can we go to brunch? Like, what can we do to connect? And we've literally been connected ever since. And I love it. And I love you because you just are a hustler and you really have a good heart. You know
Mhm.
what you're doing for those young women with your basketball program, how you're talking about your tenants and the Airbnb guests that come in. Like everybody that gets into this business, they always are like, it's about the money, right?
Mhm.
They're chasing that. And yes, we still got bills to pay. We got to do, we got to do. But you're more than that. And so I really
I
respect that about you.
I appreciate that.
And so speaking of networking, what was the last event that you attended that you were glad you were in the room and why?
I attended the Athlete Unite by Classy James. I so enjoyed that event. I think that I really enjoyed it because it was one, all former athletes, and I don't think that there's a space for that, or there's not enough space for that. Former athletes doing different things. So whether it was coaching, whether it was authors, in finance, in tech, like being able to connect with other athletes, I thought was amazing. And then there were student athletes there, being able to network and learn. One of my highlights from that trip was I was sitting in one of the speaker guests, and it was a student right next to me. He goes to San Jose State, and we got to connecting, and I could tell he was a little shy. So I kind of got him out of his comfort zone. I asked him what did he want to be, and he told me that he was trying to get into law school. I had just met a lady, a girl actually, before that was in law school, getting ready to finish law school. And I
Wow.
told him to connect with her. They got exchanged each other numbers, and then that was just a relationship. So just being able to do stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it was because this student was in the room. Like he literally was in the room. And then she connected him with a lawyer. So he went from step to step to step just from being in the room.
Just
So that
like that.
Yes, yes. So that was like why I truly, truly enjoyed that event. I was able to connect with other athletes. It sparked my interest to start another business. So like it was just a connection from that aspect, and then seeing student athletes connect with us was just amazing.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Well, actually, I want to go to the comments real quick because we got a couple people out here. What is up, T? And Vanessa's in here talking about, hey, friends.
Hey, Vanessa.
Hey, Vanessa. So as we move into that, like I love that because this event, y'all, the Women Investing in Real Estate Brunch, you really are going to get to network. Like I have it built into the schedule where we're moving around, we're talking, we're giving business cards out, we're meeting people because a lot of times people get intimidated going to networking events. And it's like, oh, there's just people standing around drinking, and networking is more than that, y'all. Networking
Yes.
is really getting to know people and really connecting and building a relationship with. So it's like Ashley just said, I met a lawyer or someone that was in law school, somebody that's interested in getting to, and then boom, putting it together. And that's what it's about. So Ashley, why should women sign up for the Women Investing in Real Estate Brunch?
One, I love that it's women being able to speak on different topics. I feel like in a lot of industries, it's dominated by males. So being able to hear women speak about it is amazing. I think that if you're looking to get into real estate, and there's different niches in it, whether it's short-term rentals, long-term, buying wholesaling, new construction, any of that, like you're able to learn firsthand from people who are doing what you have tried, what you're trying to do. I also think, like you said, being able to network in the questions. So the audience is going to be able to ask questions to the panels and be able to get those direct answers. And last but not least, is just being in the room and being able to network. You may not get something from the panel, which I'm sure you will. But it could be even somebody that's sitting right next to you. That can be the person doing you doing your next deal with, that you connecting with. So I definitely think that is why people should attend this Women Invest in Brunch, because it's going to be a lot of knowledge shared. It's going to be a lot of expertise in a room, and you're going to be able to gain some of that knowledge to get started in real estate. Real estate is not going anywhere. It's
Nope.
not going anywhere. So being able to connect with different people who might can connect you with somebody, or who you might again could be doing a deal with, it's amazing. Like I'm going to event one to I'm going to be on the panel, but I'm going to specifically learn, to learn about new construction, because that's something new to me. To learn how other people are doing their short-term rentals, to see what I can pick up and what I can give to them. So I just think it's just going to be an amazing event, and everybody able to network and connect with each other.
Yeah, I love that. And one thing I said earlier on Instagram was when I had this idea of this Women Investing in Real Estate Brunch, right? And God was like giving me everybody, like Ashley, Rochelle, like everybody. And I was like, these women, like some of them I have personal relationships with, and then some of them I'm just connected through someone else. And so these women are just so powerful in their own right and in their own lane. And it's not competition, it's we are coming together to really help our community, to help the women and the young women that are going to be in the audience, because we all have a heart to serve and to impact. So that's why I'm really excited as well, even though I'm hosting it. But I'm just excited because I want to learn. I want to learn what you are doing, even though we've had our one-on-one, but there's still so much more that I know I can learn from you. Or Rochelle, who was a developer. So much information that's going to be in the room. So I'm excited. And Ashley, she said this earlier on Instagram, y'all. She is going to sponsor 5 young women. All right. If you are in high school, or we could even do middle school if you want to.
Yep, high school and below.
And you want to come to this event, whether it's your mom, tell your mom, hey, I want to go to this event. Mothers, if you were here, you're watching the replay, get your child into the room, okay? Because these women are very powerful. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to meet some amazing people. And these young women, this generation just in general is just different. And they have so much access. And getting into this information and learning how to build generational wealth, game changer.
Yep.
Game changer. So, Ashley, how can people connect with you?
Yes, you can connect with me on social media. My personal page is underscore this is Ashley R. I also do have some real estate things coming up. So if you click the link in my bio to get on the wait list, it's the first link in my bio. And I am on, like I said, Instagram, Facebook is my name, Ashley Roberts, and Twitter underscore this is Ashley R.
Yes, I love it. So it's very consistent across the board.
Yeah.
Y'all get with my girl because she is literally, like I said at the beginning, she is a boss. She is doing her thing. She has a good heart and she's ready to just impact the world. And she's going to do that. Okay. So, how can you register for the Women Investing in Real Estate Brunch? You can click the link in my bio on Facebook or Instagram and get your tickets. Tomorrow, we are having a Labor Day sale, September 1st through the 7th. All right. VIP tickets are $150. General admission is $75. We have discounted it by $50. All right. So get into the room. Tickets are limited. Once they sell out, they are sold out. All right. I'm not going to be opening up any more slots. Okay. Now, this was a live broadcast of More Than the Bag. It will be available on YouTube, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple, and Google. So if you want to share this with your people, let them know where they can go to watch the full episode. This episode is sponsored by Network Funding. They are actually one of the sponsors for the event. Shout out to Verde Title, Network Funding, New Hope Realty Group, and everybody else. I'm going to give y'all a shout out as we move through the Meet the Speaker series. Ashley, thank you so much for being on here. Y'all make sure y'all stay anchored with your girl on Instagram at Dr_Kerrie or YouTube at Dr. Kerrie. And we can't wait to see y'all at the Women Investing in Real Estate Brunch. All right.
Yes.
And let's go to these comments real quick, see if I got anybody else. Let's see. I need some of this. Come on, Brittany. Generational wealth is where it's at. I love the comments, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and staying with us. Ashley, thank you so much for coming on. We are going to roll on out of here. You have any closing words that you want to say?
I don't. I look forward to seeing everybody at the event.
Awesome. See y'all then.
All right. Thank